It's that time again, Guardians, where we go through our vendor roles for the week and look for any 12 tier roles that these guys might be selling. And we're going to start in the Iron Temple with Tyra Karn as usual and see what Iron Lord artifacts she is selling this week. We've got Memory of Tima at a 102 roll, pretty garbage. The Memory of Radagast at 107 and the Memory of Galleon at a 104. If you're not familiar with these, the special perks on the Memory of Tima give you the ability to turn minor minions or low health, very low, higher level minions to your team temporarily. They'll end up with a blue name above their head. They fight on your team for a little while, about 30 seconds, or until you melee them again, and then they'll turn back. I find it a little bit frustrating more often than not. It was very kind of cool and had a bit of a novelty at the beginning, but I don't really like it very much anymore. Radagast gives you the ability to reflect projectiles or energy-based projectiles with your sword if you're blocking. So things like Nova Bomb or energy-based projectiles like those laser-style things that the Siva Vandals shoot, that sort of stuff can bounce off of you there. Even rockets, that sort of stuff can bounce off. And Memory of Galleon gives you basically the third-eyed perk with a bit of Keen Scout tucked in there. So it gives you a better radar, and it means that you have radar all the time, even when you're aiming down sights with a primary weapon. It doesn't work with special heavy, but when you're aiming down sights with a primary, you have your radar that whole period of time. This week, Shiro's got a Mantle of Galleon at a 58. Not great. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not perfect. Silimar's Iron Sash at a 56 and Scory's Iron Bond at 59. Again, that's pretty good, but not perfect. I wouldn't personally buy it. You might at a Discipline Strength roll if you needed, you know, a perfect stat strength and almost perfect discipline. That could get you to 12 tiers, but I only look for perfect roll class items because they come around so regularly. This week the speaker has a Cult Trinary Star at a 57 and a Dead Zone Revolution at a 55 for the Hunters. Neither of those are terribly great. The Freeholder's Memory at 57 and Moctezuma Polyphonic at a 56 for the Titans. They're not very good either. And 5 Lives of Albios at 57 and the Binary Lazarus at a 56. So this week, really, up the top here, speaker hasn't got very much at all. In terms of subclass items, this week he's got the Gunslinger's Cloak at 56, Blade Dancer's Cloak at a 59. That's pretty good. Again, not perfect, so I wouldn't personally buy it, but you might if you're looking for a really good intellect discipline roll, Blade Dancer's Cloak. Or the Night Stalker's Cloak at a 54, so I don't like any of those personally. Let's see what he's got for the Titan and then the Warlock. The Titans have a Striker's Mark at a 57, Defenders at a 56, and the Sunbreaker's Mark 55. None of these are very good either. And the Warlock subclass items are Voidwalker's Bond for a 54, Sunsinger's Bond for a 57, and a Stormcaller's Bond for a 56. None of these are any good. Speaker's really got nothing this week at all. And now it just remains to see what Variks has. This week, Variks has the Devil's Disguise at 55, King's Mantle at 56, and Kel's Cloak at a 58 for the Hunter. None of these are terribly great. 58 isn't bad, but not perfect, as you know. The Titans have a Devil's Mark at a 56, King's Mark at 58, again not too bad, but not great, and Kel's Mark at 57, so not much there for the Titans. And finally, the Warlocks get a Devil's Bond at a 59. Again, that's not bad, but not perfect. The King's Bond is a 56, and the Kel's Bond is a 58 Intellect Discipline roll. So we've got 59 with Scout and Vanguard Rep Intellect Discipline, or a 58 with Pulse and Vanguard Intellect Discipline. They're not too bad, but really, there's no perfect rolls this week. Personally, I would steer clear of all the vendors and see what they come with next week. On top of that, next week we're going to see Age of Triumph come into play, so that's going to change things a little bit again, and I'm interested to see how the vendor roles may or may not be adjusted with that change, and maybe we'll see some updated roles for the other vendors, and I'll update all of those as well if that happens. I hope you got something out of this video, Guardians. If you did, please give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can catch me on Instagram and on Twitter, BoylerRoom81. Thanks for watching, Guardians. I'll see you next time.